Hi, it's Kim and
Kimberly.
at home with Halton Paranormal.
Yay, and we have a guest.
Courtney!
Yay, Courtney! Everybody clap,
Yep.
dog star, come on!
No, give some bark.
Alright guys, thanks, that's good.
You're cue to be quiet. Welcome to my home again. Last week we had Heather. This week we have Courtney. Now Courtney works at Tim Hortons. Well, I really like her a lot. Anyway, and she was on our guest ghost hunt at the farm, which we discussed last week. Now, we discussed the greenhouse. You weren't in the greenhouse.
I was not in the greenhouse.
So we can discuss what happened with me and how much fun you had with me.
Yeah.
Because it was fun.
It was fun, yes.
This is where you put your acting.
Although, you know, Heather and
I
had
really
a
like
good
these
time.
guys.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
Well, I took her out twice, so I took Heather out.
Well, that's because I was sick. You probably poisoned my food. Probably brought me something the night before and made me sick.
You had an awesome time, didn't you, Heather?
Yeah, I did.
I know she did. And so did Courtney.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did.
You did, and you've gone out. Well, we can discuss the 4077 because you went to that too.
I did, and that was great.
Evil house. So we'll talk
I
about
knew
that.
that I didn't feel very evil there. I felt very comfortable there.
That
Maybe there's
scares
something
me.
wrong with you.
Maybe.
Like, maybe you have the evil like she does. That's what I mean.
There's nothing wrong with it.
You're
Just
comfortable
go
with
with it.
evil.
It's the Tim Hortons.
You drink a lot of Tim Hortons, and
I
you.
do.
Anyway, so we're just gonna discuss.
But you know what I have to say though? I
Oh,
have to
boy.
say that when you drink Tim Hortons, we really have to find something better so that as soon as you drink it, it doesn't come right back out. Like, you
Like
drink
the
a
new
huge thing
extra
like
large
this,
cup.
and it's like you gotta go right after.
Can I say something now?
No.
That's what they have.
Okay, guys, enough.
Jeff's not here,
Yes, Jeff is not
so I don't know what they're barking at.
the camera.
No, they're in the other room. I should have put a detour sign out front. Nobody can drive by the house either.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so last week we had this week we had Anouk and Debbie come to my home.
we did.
What a wonderful couple they
Yes.
are. I love them.
Yes.
I love them.
I do love them too. They are absolutely
Yeah.
awesome.
And Debbie works at the new Buddha Tattoo, so go there and get a tattoo from her. She's brilliant, and she's making me my gargoyle tattoo. Anyway, so Anouk came in and he did a sage smudging ceremony in my whole house, and right after it, my house felt lighter.
Yeah.
And
And we should say that he also smudged us.
yes, he did, and my daughter,
Yes.
and the cat.
And the cat.
It didn't work.
Well, it did
But for
temporarily.
about 5 minutes.
Is that where that picture came
Yes.
from? Yeah, I believe
He was
that.
high for about 5 minutes.
5
and he was,
minutes.
and then he had his paw on Anouk, and I thought,
That's like
and I went to
That was it.
I went to take a picture, but then Frankie realized it and he took his hand off. So we had that done, and can you pass the tissue? Well, there isn't any. I burned the Ouija board.
Ouija board's gone, thankfully.
Boy, it was
Yeah.
warm in here for quite a while though, I tell you. It was great wood.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did it start the fire for you that night?
No, I got it going finally, and then after a few swear words.
Okay, good.
I think
So-
the Ouija board knew that I was going to burn it because I couldn't get the fire going. And you know what I can't find? The cursor.
Oh, really?
The cursor, the Ouija board was up on a shelf and the cursor was right beside it. The
Yeah.
cursor is gone.
Oh, really?
I meant to tell you this, and I cannot find it anymore. I thought, well, maybe it fell. I'm looking behind the door, behind the...
Oh my
No,
god.
we
It's
have to
gone.
find. We have to find the cursor. So
Gone forever.
we'll have
It's
to
gone.
find it.
So something knew that it was... That is creepy.
Yeah, a little bit.
But in a good way. Yeah. So my house is now clear. It's clean, and we feel lighter. Even Anouk said when he came in, he felt almost like, not dread, but he felt, what did he say? Like
A little nauseous.
A little nauseous, but that could have been just from my cooking and the, the
Yeah.
smell. And, wait a minute, I don't cook.
Oh, that's right.
That's probably what it was then. You were attempting.
Maybe I was thinking about cooking,
Maybe.
or maybe it was just the odor of me nauseous.
Yeah, she
Horse.
makes me nauseous all the
horse poop.
time.
Yeah.
I love it though. Anyway, so let's discuss your time with us, your first ghost hunt with us at the
Alright.
farm.
Farm.
You were stuck with me. It was great.
Yes, it was great.
Look, she's kind of hesitating.
I'm kidding. It
She's
was
But
great.
hey, you got to
She's
investigate.
looking at me, and then she's hesitating down at her.
She got to investigate with you at the 4077, which
Yeah, I
we'll
know.
go into later,
Yeah.
because nobody wants to hear it. It's boring. So yeah, we went into first we were in the heritage barn.
There's a dog over there. Keep going.
Okay, don't get him going. We went up into that heritage building. Did
Yeah.
you feel anything up in there?
At one point we felt the floor move.
That's right, the floor
The
shook.
floor shook.
Yeah.
That was a very bizarre feeling.
And that place is pretty sturdy.
Yeah, it was, the stairs were a little rickety, that kind of freaked me out
Yeah,
a
those
little
stairs,
bit.
I don't like those
But
stairs.
upstairs was fine, and then all of a sudden we're just standing there. I think you were explaining something or doing an EVP, and the floor kind of shifted, and it wasn't just me who felt it. Everybody around me felt it.
Yeah, the only one that didn't, I think, was that Don guy, but he was at the other
way
side.
at the other side.
I was kind of worried about him because he kept going off by himself and staring and stuff. And I'm like, Don, are you okay?
I
I thought maybe someone was communicating with him and he was
No.
going to turn around.
He was
You
just
know.
off in another room.
Yeah, but he had a great time.
That was
He
cool.
really did, yeah.
Yeah.
So that shook, and then we did get a few things up there, but not a lot.
Not much.
No.
No, we got a bunch of K2 hits in the barn.
Yeah, in the horse barn.
In the horse barn,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because Massimo and Penelope were having
Yeah,
a
they
grand
had,
time with
I
it.
know, they went crazy.
And it took a while to get that going. Like, it's not like we went in there and the K2 was just going off.
Yeah,
It was quite a while into
Yeah.
us being there.
Yeah, Massimo had it, and then it was just red. It
Yeah.
just like wouldn't stop. And then you felt the cold spot,
Yeah.
and then I stood where you were standing. I didn't feel any cold spots, but I felt lightheaded.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah, it was a good
it
experience.
was a good experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
For my first time, my first ever ghost walk, ghost hunt.
Yeah.
It was a
Because,
great
you know, a lot
time.
of times when people go on ghost hunts and, like, walks, they just walk through.
Yeah, and they
And
just
they
get
don't-
told the historical
Yeah, they
of
don't
the
get,
building.
they don't
Yeah.
get to experience
Yeah.
things and do EVPs and stuff, so that's why we like to do it.
Yeah,
Because
for
we
sure.
let people use our equipment and we, you know,
Well,
get
we
right in there.
show them what we do when we go out, so
Yeah.
that when you watch the evidence, people will know what we're doing.
Yeah. Now, when the greenhouse shook, we all heard that.
We were all in like the far end of the barn, and it was loud.
Yeah, it sounded like a building came down.
Yeah, I know. When all of a sudden the walkies are going off, everybody's like, "Is everybody okay?" And we're all just like, "What was
And
that?"
I was like, I better go check this out. Something's going on out there.
You know, there is one thing that we did not mention actually, that I should mention that night happened, that we didn't mention to anybody. And while my group knew, your group did not. Before we went into the Indian Reserve, or
The Green.
sorry, I shouldn't be calling it Indian, it's
No.
the native.
Yeah.
I was corrected on that, so
Yeah.
it's the native. When we left that building, the Heritage Building, my son was at the very back of the group, and you have to walk down, for anybody that wasn't with us, you have to walk down these very steep wooden stairs, and then you come, like it's directly outside as soon as you get to the bottom of the stairs. Now the light switch to turn on upstairs is upstairs.
And upstairs only.
There's not a light switch at the bottom of the stairs. So as everybody left, my son was the last one coming down, and he came halfway down the stairs, and that light went on upstairs. And then I just kind of carried on, and he went to go and, well, he had yelled up something to me of the fact, did you turn on a light or something, and I was going off with the
Yeah.
group. And he went to turn around to go back up the stairs to turn it off, and it went off. And it was on for like a couple minutes apparently. Like he stood there kind of wondering, was there one at the bottom of the stairs? Somebody turn it on? So, yeah, no, I seen it go on because I was making sure all the group was gone. But I thought maybe Chris flicked it on his way down or something.
Yeah.
But
But
he
it's
didn't.
around the corner.
Yeah.
Like you walk up and then you go in and then it's on the other wall.
Yeah.
It's not like it's right there at the
So
stairs.
for him to come halfway down the stairs though and have the light actually turn on in
Yeah.
that building, somebody turned it on upstairs.
Yeah.
And then it went back off on its own.
Yeah.
Weird.
That
Yeah.
was neat. That was neat.
So, and I don't think we posted that on anything because
No,
we
we
didn't get it
did.
on
I think
camera.
we did tell about it though. We did. You guys I think told us a break or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told you guys, yeah, but, cause Chris was trying to explain it to me on my EVP, like it's on my EVP. And before I was coming up to see you, he was explaining to me, asking me if there was a light switch that somebody was playing with at the bottom because this had happened.
Yeah.
So, and then I double checked with you to make sure there wasn't. And so that was quite I think that was a sign of something bigger to come.
Yeah. Maybe you want to stay up here because I'm about to shake the greenhouse. Yeah.
No kidding.
So yeah, so we heard that, and then
Yeah.
that was interesting, and then we didn't really get any action in the greenhouse. I got some red mist,
Yeah.
and we got some orbs, but we never really.
Nothing
No.
substantial.
No. But you know, I think it takes time too. Like you go in somewhere, you don't get.
I think
Yeah,
you get
it's not gonna be
aggravated.
instant. They need to, you know,
Yeah, they
we're
need to
not. They need
manifest.
to realize that we're not leaving. We're staying to communicate with them, and then I guess they gotta warm up to us.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it takes energy, like it takes them so much energy to get going too.
Yeah.
And I think that's why when we go to these places in the really bad cold, I think that it's a harder time because we can't get them to manifest well because there's no energy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, it's hard to draw the energy in the cold, I think.
Yeah, like we were gonna do the greenhouse last weekend, but it was cold.
Yeah.
We almost did it.
We almost
But
did.
then I went outside and I texted Kim, I said, the wind just picked up. And
No
we
way.
can't do it in the wind in there.
Yeah.
Like it's plastic, right?
Yeah.
So we will get to the greenhouse. So
Someday.
this weekend we have a great big investigation coming up. So
Oh, yeah.
we're super excited.
Can't wait to see.
Oh, and
what
we went to
happens.
get in the paper for
Yeah.
an interview. But they had breaking news. Like we were just like almost time for our interview.
I know.
And he texts me or he emails me and says, I'm really sorry, we can't make the interview. Breaking news just broke. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. What could happen? Then you text me and said, yeah, you better turn on the TV. So, because I was at my mom's, she lives in Oakville, so I was waiting. And some guy, like as if this is more important than us, he went to the police station and he was wreaking havoc in the parking lot. And he got shot by the cops.
Oh my god.
But apparently, now this is, I don't know for sure, he killed his wife. Or, sorry, he may have, we're not sure, I can't say he did kill. They found a woman's body in his home and then he went to the police station and he got suicide by cop.
Wow. Did they kill him?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So there really was breaking news.
Yeah, but it's,
You
I mean that happens
could have
every
put
day
it on
in
hold
Toronto.
though. Exactly.
Like, you know, so we're in Oakville, doesn't, same thing. But so he's supposed to come and take, well, the photographer's supposed to come take pictures Friday, and then we're supposed to do a phone interview after the investigation, so. Here's hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then we might be able to give him stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you better get working on the evidence right away. Okay. So you had fun. Is she still looking at me? So you had fun at the barn.
I did, yeah.
And you said, wow, we're the best ghost hunting team ever.
Of course. Why would
Yeah.
I not say that?
And then you saw us in the Santa Claus parade. Well, you missed us, but
Yeah, because you guys ran past me.
we didn't run, because I don't
No,
run.
we seen you and we ran. No, I'm just kidding.
I can't run.
I wouldn't believe it.
I can't run. I don't know. how
You
to
walked briskly past me.
It was cold.
It was cold.
run. But we had to keep up with the Raiders truck was right behind us. They're going to run us over.
Run you over, yeah.
But we had a blast there, and we could not believe how many people were like clapping for us and
Yeah, it was fun.
running out of the crowd.
Yeah, it was fun.
great.
Yeah.
Georgetown's a great town.
We're all about our ghosts in Georgetown.
Yeah, you guys sure are. And we
Well,
didn't-
look how historic Georgetown is. Why
True.
wouldn't we be?
True.
Exactly. Yeah, everybody's pretty open over there.
I think we should just walk up and down the main street and see how many spirits we can find roaming.
Okay. We're
I think
people.
that would be fun.
Maybe we can give out some more autographs. We've signed hats before.
Yeah, we could do it again.
Cool. Why not?
So then we took you to 4077.
Yes, you did.
We
Our
did.
evil house. My favorite house.
And we had a lot of action.
Yeah, I had a really good time there.
Apparently the other team was talking a lot.
Apparently. I don't know, I was under some vent and all I hear is...
Actually, that was the ghost. Because I swear I heard constant chattering too. And I said, is that them? And then I said to Leah, no, Kim wouldn't constantly chat like that. And then it was just
Was
constant
that in like the back
murmur.
corner?
It was
The
coming
back
from
right corner.
Yeah, but it
because
was-
that's where I had my chair set up, and I just like the whole time I was sitting there was just noise above me.
Yeah. And we actually sat quiet for a good 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, nobody move. No one take pictures. Everybody just be quiet. And we heard constant, and it wasn't you.
Yeah, it was constant chattering
Yeah.
that we heard,
Yeah.
and a lot of humming.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, you guys did hear. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to get you to hear the
I
humming
know.
when we
I
were
was
upstairs.
a little too late for it.
Yeah,
I think.
she came right to the stairs. Was staying at the stairs listening for the humming, and I
Yeah.
told her to come over and listen for the humming. So
Yeah.
I don't
Leah's,
know.
Yeah, Leah was saying you guys could hear someone shuffling upstairs, like someone was
And the-
Well,
preparing
even when
a
we were
meal.
upstairs, Chris had to come on the main floor, thinking we were on the main floor.
Yeah.
And we were upstairs. You wouldn't have heard us walking.
It was actually, I think, a very confusing night because, of course, we had a lot of people there, which
Yeah.
is number one. I mean,
Yeah.
we had 6 people.
6
Yeah.
people, yeah.
Okay, and we don't usually take more than 4.
Yeah.
So having the 6 people was a little bit more for us at the time, and I think it was a little bit more confusing too because Jeff was a new person
yeah, he
added
was a
to our
newbie.
group.
Yeah.
And Leah was just starting out. She'd only gone on a couple investigations with us. So, when we go out on investigations, we know our partners or our group's voices.
Mhm.
And at that point in time, I don't think that we really knew truly what the other team was,
Yeah.
what Jeff's voice sounded like or what Leah's voice sounded like.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of a confusing night, I think, because we weren't sure if we were hearing the other group downstairs or if we were actually hearing paranormal. So it was a little bit,
Yeah.
you know, where we were a little bit confused. But I think by the end of the night, we did realize that we told you guys just to shut up,
Zip it.
Yeah.
be quiet, don't move, don't talk,
It wasn't
and we
me.
still heard the chattering.
Yeah.
So,
And I got touched in the basement too.
that's
Yeah,
right.
you did.
I got a nice head massage in the basement.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, that's why I felt almost comfortable there, because I could feel the hand running down my head, like almost like if my mom was brushing my hair.
Well, that's
or
what I'm wondering,
something.
if it was the mother.
We should have stuck her in the other corner though. That
Oh,
was
yeah,
the good corner.
you should go
The
in my
evil
corner.
that's where she sits.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to do that one day.
It was funny because
Alright,
I
I'll
was in
try
there.
it.
I was in there with the K2 meter in my
Yeah.
evil corner,
Yeah.
and I kept saying, I started talking about, I'm gonna bring a priest in here, and I'm gonna bless this place. My meter was going right to red,
Yeah.
like right to red. So that really upset him.
Yeah. That was
And something scurried across my leg, like, and it wasn't a mouse. Like it. No, my chair shifted. That's right, my chair shifted. I was sitting in one of those little, you know, the baseball chair things, and it shifted a bit.
I think I've felt that in that house before too,
Yeah.
and I've asked you if you've moved when we were upstairs.
Yeah.
When we were sitting in those chairs, and I would say to you, I remember saying to you a couple times, did you move your chair? Because it felt like my chair was being like kind
Yeah.
of vibrated on the floor or something.
Yeah.
And we've had knocks before where we sat on the floor and something was knocking underneath.
That's right. And we also had when I knocked and something knocked back.
That was an awesome moment. It was a
There's a
one-time-
blooper on it.
That was a one-time thing.
Boy, did I
You know what?
swear.
I have to say, when we actually investigate, we are very
Yeah, we are.
serious.
Yeah, we're joking around
Yeah.
now and stuff. Well, we do
Yeah.
joke around a little bit on it.
But I mean, you are our witness that when we go out and we do investigate, we take it very seriously.
Yes, absolutely.
And there are moments where you have to kind of break the ice I mean, 3 hours of being just, you know, completely no giggle.
serious.
I mean, you
I
have
can't
to
do
you
it.
have the tension, you can cut it
Yeah.
with a knife. You have to.
Yeah.
I can't do it anyways. I cannot not be funny. I have to be.
I have to be.
Yeah.
But we always, I mean, even if one team or whatever cracks a joke, you're a witness that we walk you to the other team to say, that was just me, I was just making a joke.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that we always know what's paranormal and what's not.
Yeah, we carry walkies on us at all times, and we'll always say, was that you that made that noise downstairs? And if they say no, then we go down and investigate it. And a lot of the videos that you guys see is edited too, because like Jeff said, boy, you guys talk a lot in your videos, and I'm like, well, I cut the silence out if there's nothing in there. Like we do dead time,
Mhm.
where
Yeah,
we just sit
you
there,
were
we're very
we did
quiet.
A dead time.
Like we're just dead quiet. And if we don't get anything, I don't put that in the video because who wants to
Who
sit
wants
there
to
for
sit
10
and listen to
minutes?
silence?
Yeah. Now when we leave, we usually try to leave a building, like completely, to leave it, you know, quiet. And a lot of the times the camera's just rolling. So I don't show that whole part either because that's boring. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the thing was,
it's Satan calling.
that would be Kim's cell phone.
Hey, I'm always on call. Anyway, yeah, so the 4077 was great. Did you hear any growling when we were there?
I didn't hear it, but I think Chris did, or you did.
Yeah, we heard some growling in the corner.
Yeah.
But it was in
I
the
was-
evil corner.
Yeah, I was up walking around in the big area where I got pinched,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't hear it.
You got touched a lot that night, actually,
I did.
come to think of it.
Yeah, I did.
Something really likes you there.
That's okay. As long as it's not evil.
Well, that house is kind of evil.
I know.
mean,
Well, there's
a
one good
few.
spirit
Yeah.
in there,
Yeah.
and that's the one that likes me. That's okay.
Well, I think for, you know, the evil guy, he only likes me.
He's got the hots for you.
Maybe.
Totally got the hots.
I
for
bet he
you.
does. Pervert.
We should go back and ask him.
Well, we do want to go back. Sorry, I'm just on call for work, so. It's the horse business, people. Yeah, so that was a good night. We even Leah felt she was, or was that the first time she went? She was feeling nauseous.
Oh, that was the first time.
I think she actually felt it the second time too.
Yeah,
but
I think
she
she
fought
did.
through it a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when we were in the basement, we heard humming and noises in the kitchen, so it was almost like there was a woman up there just cooking
Yeah.
and humming away, and we sat there for 10 minutes in dead silence just listening. And you could hear her, she's humming the whole time.
Mhm.
Beautiful. Yeah. And then I snuck up there and put my recorder up there, and it stopped.
Stopped, yeah.
Of course.
I find
Fine.
it's really hard to hear stuff upstairs because of all the windows and all the
Yeah,
traffic.
the traffic
Yeah.
and stuff, yeah.
So
That's
you
what-
really got to keep your ears
Yeah,
open.
the traffic is terrible.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But that's what other people have asked me too is, well, you know, I watch ghost hunters, and when they hear a noise, they go running to it. Well, we don't, because you're going to scare it away.
Yeah.
Like if there's a spirit in the next room and he's doing stuff, if we ran in there with all our lights and all our movement, it's going to stop.
Oh, of course.
So we try to listen, figure out what it is, and then if we have to, then we'll go in and see if it could have been something else. Could it have been
I
an
think
animal,
most of the
could have
time
been-
too, we try to draw it towards us.
Yeah.
So that it feels more, you know, like it's coming in on its terms instead
Yeah.
of ours.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but you had fun.
Yeah, you
I
did.
did
You
have
did.
a lot of fun.
She didn't want to go home at the end of the night.
I was if it wasn't so cold, I would have whipped my sleeping bag out and slept in
That's
the
what
evil
Leah
corner.
keeps saying. Maybe you and Leah should take a trip over there together and just have a
Spend the
nap
night.
there.
Camp out for the night.
Yeah. Have fun.
Wanna come?
No.
No, I'm going.
Okay.
Overnight?
If they're gonna stay overnight, I want to be there.
Okay, I'll stay till about 11 and then I'm going home.
No, I'm not going until about 11 or 12.
Oh. Can we wait till the summer?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't. We're not.
I'm not a cold girl.
No, are you kidding? I'm not gonna make you camp out in February.
You better not.
No.
Now you and Penelope want to come out on your birthdays because all our birthdays are in
all our
February.
birthdays are in February.
Yeah, are you a Pisces too?
No, I'm an Aquarius.
Oh, see, I'm a Pisces. But I told Penelope, well, find us a place in Mississauga. We got to get out there.
Yeah.
You know, we've done Milton and Georgetown and a few other areas. We got to get out to Mississauga now.
Mhm.
I best remind her.
Yes.
Yes, I will.
I'll
email
remind her too.
Yeah, we'll just bombard her.
Bombard her on
We'll
Facebook.
blow her wall right up.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
All right.
So you had fun at the 4077 and you had fun at the other place and yeah.
And I think I ask you once a week when I'm going back out with you.
Yeah, you
guys.
do. Maybe sometimes twice.
Sometimes twice.
That's okay though, because it's exciting and you like it. And you were great to take out because you also were quiet and you tagged things and
Mhm.
you know, you were very good. You were a very good little ghost hunter in training, or a junior ghost, that's what we'll call her, the junior ghost
junior
hunter.
ghost
Ghost hunter.
And I do want to bring up, now this is totally non-ghost related. Do you know that she lives at home? She pays rent to her parents.
Pays rent to
She-
her
she
parents.
works.
To my parents.
Yeah,
I work hard.
she pays for her own
I
car.
have a car.
And what else did you pay for?
My phone. My
Her phone,
visa.
her visa. Probably cleans the house a bit.
Do you at least clean up after yourself?
Just say yes. Just watch this. Mom, she's just gonna say yes because we're trying to get our kids to do the same thing. Yes.
Yes, I do the
course.
dishes
Oh.
daily.
You should have seen the dishes. My son left me the other. He texted me, said, "Mom, I did the dishes," and I'm like, "Okay, good," because he's the kid that goes downstairs, takes every dish in the house, doesn't bring them up when he comes up at 1,500 times. Okay. Then I wake up and I come in this, and there's a sink, two sinks,
Two
full of-
sinks
and
to
they're all-
the ceiling.
yeah.
And I would
Ask
also,
her.
yeah, I'd also like to add that, Chris, I have been in your room,
Ew. I don't go in Ryan's room.
and you need to be bringing some stuff back upstairs.
That's all I'm gonna say.
You know,
like if I go to my room to eat, because I do a lot, I bring my plate back out.
Ew,
Yeah.
you eat in bed?
Yeah,
No, I'm just
I
kidding.
do.
Who doesn't?
I do everything in bed. I just like, watch TV, laptop, snuggle my dogs. I love snuggling my dogs.
I never used to, when my life was a little bit different. I had rules and restrictions, and now I just don't care.
Yeah. We're at the age of 30 that we don't care.
30, I'm 29, so you're older than me.
Well, I am. So you're 29, I'm 30.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Sure.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, look at that. Somebody that pays rent to their family. And their bills.
Okay, now
Yeah,
that was
okay, so-
something that we wanted to touch on
What
tonight.
did we want to
that
touch on?
you said. What was that subject that?
Oh, about people talking about if I have you investigate my home,
That's right.
we're going to upset the spirits, or I don't want to upset them, so I don't care if you know, I don't want you investigating. Yeah, we'll let you take it over, because I probably have to answer this text.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so if you have somebody come in and investigate your home, It does not upset the spirits that are in the home. The spirits are there regardless, and they're going to do whatever they're going to do. Now, most of the time when you have activity in a home, they're giving you activity for a reason, and you're not understanding the reason. So sometimes it's good to have us come in because we can actually find the reason. If there's a message they're trying to get across, if they're trying to let you know that they're a certain person from your past or a relative, something of that nature, or you're just plain pissing them off, excuse my language, because you've started contracting in your home. So usually if you've got activity, they're trying to communicate. They're trying to get a message across. So no, us
wait a minute, it's not a crossed, it's a cross.
I know my mother says it that way, and everybody tells me that, and
It's like my dad says.
I'm Dutch, okay?
My dad says schedule, and I tell him it's schedule.
Schedule.
Yeah, I hate that word.
I do.
Schedule.
Schedule.
So anyhow, sorry. Yes, so, and having us come in, sometimes we'll actually calm them down. And does not make extra activity in your home whatsoever.
Well, sometimes it just makes you more aware of it. Like, you know, you'll hear it a little more because now you're aware that
because you know what's there. Usually by the time, you know, we get our evidence back and whatnot, we've figured out what's in your home and you know what's there. So you're a little bit more open-eared to it, that's all.
But think of it this way, if they want to communicate something and you're not really hearing or you're not really skilled in listening to what they're really communicating, and we don't recommend you do it anyways, sometimes if they want a message relayed, they'll tell us. And then wouldn't you want to know, like if your grandfather's living in your house, I don't know if he's passed or not, do you not want to know if he has something to say?
You know what? My parents actually tried that years ago.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was really young, but I vaguely remember them telling me the story. They used the Ouija board.
Obviously they didn't watch our show.
No, well, you know, I guess like 10 years ago, 15 years ago or whatever, the information wasn't as readily available as it is now.
Yeah, Ouija boards were more in back then.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially in the 70s with the satanic era.
So they tried the Ouija board. I don't know if anything happened, like I never really asked. But I remember we had this big china hutch, and we had all of my Opa's little knickknacks and collectibles, and there was a picture of him. And when they woke up the next morning, the cabinet was wide open. We never opened the cabinet for anything, and his picture was turned down.
Oh.
And this is the house I grew up in. This is where I heard the breathing one night in my bedroom.
Oh.
It was I don't remember how long ago it was. It was when my parents were separated. I was living with my mom, and I had gone over to visit my dad for the evening, and there was a big storm, and the power had gone out. So Dad went to bed, I was downstairs. My room's the only one downstairs. At the time I had bunk beds in my room, so I just like, well, there's nothing else to do, I'm gonna go lay in bed. I get comfy, like, I start dozing off, and then all of a sudden on my top bunk I hear this loud breathing, like,
Oh.
I was like, gone!
Wow.
You know, it's funny, but like 2 days ago, I just heard that in my bedroom.
But that was that guy you brought home from the bar, remember?
No.
Oh.
Well,
she goes bar hopping a lot.
oh,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Country bars.
Perfect.
No, she doesn't, I'm just kidding.
But, no, but before my family had purchased the house, my friend's uncle had committed suicide in the house.
Oh.
So, I don't know if it was him. I don't think it would have been him, though, because I felt very uncomfortable when I heard the breathing. And from what I've been told about him, he was a very comforting person. He would have never made anybody feel uncomfortable. So, for me to feel like that.
But for him, okay, now you're saying that you bought the house and somebody's uncle passed away before?
They owned the house before we bought it. We bought it in like the early 90s. And
Okay. And somebody's uncle passed away?
Yes.
Okay.
He owned the house previous.
Okay. So how long between, would you say, how many years went by before you heard the breathing that you lived there?
Years, to be honest.
Okay. Because sometimes when a spirit passes over,
Mm-hmm.
it can be years and years before they actually come back to get in touch with somebody.
Yeah, I know.
So-
It was probably 10 years after I had
And
lived
that's to them it's like that. To
Yes,
us
it's
it's
years.
not.
10 years.
That's right. So what could have happened in that case is all of a sudden he comes back home and the house is totally different after 10
Somebody's
years.
in his house.
Well, not only that, but I'm sure you guys repainted. I'm sure you moved everything around. I'm sure it doesn't look like
We
his
did some
place. And
renovations.
you know,
He's
he
like,
was-
hey, what are you doing here?
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is this the guy that killed himself too?
I'm guessing that's like that. I hadn't really looked into the house's history,
Yeah.
so that's all that I knew about anybody passing in the house because he was one of my best friend's uncles.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
everybody knew the story. I lived on the street.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing, like, you know, we go into people's houses and we communicate for them and we get messages for them. And then it comforts you knowing, oh, Grandpa says hi.
Yeah.
You know, or, oh, okay, or maybe there's nobody that you know living in your house. You know?
Then you got a problem.
Well, you know.
Then we look for other reasons,
Yeah.
like what they're attached to or how they got
I mean, it
there.
could be
or-
antiques, it could
Yes.
be something that you brought home from a graveyard, who knows? You know, it could be the Ouija board.
Maybe.
Oh, let's not bring it up anymore.
The Ouija board is gone.
Yes, it is. I'm gonna go and buy another one.
No, you're not.
I'm just kidding.
Like $10 at Toys R Us.
Really? I mean, no, I'm not going.
No way. The Ouija board's gone. You know what? The
I
house
know.
feels a lot better with the
It
Ouija board
does.
gone.
It does.
I actually don't feel uneasy here anymore, which is kind of a drag, but.
That's because no one's home.
Oh, okay.
I told you, it's like the Osbournes
quiet.
here. It is, like when my whole family's home, it's like...
Someone's always yelling.
Well, it's not like they don't yell at meanness though. I mean, my kids
It's
are...
fun. You
they're
got
very
dogs
loud.
running around,
It's just
cats
loud,
running
yeah.
around, kids running around,
Yeah, Luke.
teenagers.
Luke.
Yeah,
Being
Luke.
crazy.
Yeah, where's the clock? I gotta see the clock before.
It's
I
a,
go.
you're not getting it. Did you see the clock my son
Yeah, I
gave me?
did. It's
I
awesome.
love my sons. And my daughter. Yeah, I got that clock. She wants it now, so I have to hide it.
Well, either that or
It's under lock and key.
I have to place an order with him. Like, what is he doing? What does he think he can just give?
Wood
me?
shop's pretty much over now. You can use school
After
papers.
hours, then.
I can
He's
make
gotta
it. I have a
go
school
in.
saw. What am I talking about? I'm not making one for you.
Actually, I could make it because I have one of those router guideline ones.
What
that
are you talking
Oh,
about?
I just need your clock to be able to put it on a board and trace it.
Luke just did it from a picture.
Yeah, I know, but I'll just trace it. That's a lot easier.
So anyway, have you always been into the paranormal?
Pretty much.
Yeah?
Yeah, ever since I can remember, I was going to the library and getting the books on.
Oh, I was going to say, going to the library getting ghosts.
Yep,
Oh,
absolutely.
well, they're probably there
They're
too.
probably because the building's so old.
Yeah.
They're renovating now. They're in the church, but
Where,
they're probably there
in
too.
G-Town?
Yeah, they moved the library into the old church, and then they're renovating the library and moving it.
Nice. Yeah. Wow.
That'll be interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever been to the Georgetown Library. Oh, yes, I have.
yeah.
Yeah. So you've always been into it and you've always experienced things?
I mean, not always, but I mean, every now and then there's always something there. For sure.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah. You know
Yeah.
what? I didn't really start getting into it.
Until you met us.
Yeah,
Into it.
exactly.
Actually, it's like right before you guys. I just like started. I don't know. I started watching all of the shows, and they're all I ever watch.
Yeah.
And then when the your group pops up, I'm like, this is exactly what I watch on TV. I have to get.
But better.
But absolutely, you're local, and you guys are great.
We are! And we're good looking.
Yeah,
I am.
for sure.
She's a redhead.
All right.
Okay.
But no, I was just trying to get my
no
foot in the
longer be
door.
with us for the rest
Oh,
of the
yeah, right. Put that down. It could be used as a weapon. I'm not scared of that. I've had worse.
So you have to put up with people. Do you see what I have to put up with?
I don't see what's wrong with it. I'm building character for you.
You're giving me a complex.
You've already got one.
From you.
Oh. Want one?
No,
No, okay.
not yet.
Yeah, so, yeah, I've always been into the paranormal. Well, we explained last time we were as kids. Why are you looking at my phone?
I don't know. It's just mesmerizing.
Oh, it's like psychedelic, I know.
Because it says virgin on there, and I'm just laughing inside.
I am one. I'm a born again. Go away. So anyway, I know, right? She thinks she can just say whatever she wants. Like it's
Do you see a problem with what I'm saying?
She's
She's
it's a
laughing.
two-way street
See,
here,
we're
guys.
like, you know,
See, we bicker a lot,
yeah,
but it's a good bicker though.
Yeah,
You know
like-
what? I do the same thing with my mom's boyfriend all the time.
yeah. Well, it's,
Oh, well, wait a minute now.
that's
Now,
a
wait a
different
minute.
story.
That's different.
You're not supposed to bicker with your mom's boyfriend.
Why not?
Well,
Oh,
that's
you're
girl
on
bickering
camera,
with
you know.
guy.
You're on camera, you know.
We are
He
two
doesn't
girls.
care.
Oh, okay.
He picks on me too.
Okay, as long as it's fun.
He
Okay.
calls me a creature.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
nothing wrong with creatures. I love creatures.
I know you do.
So, well, we argue all the time. But
Yeah.
I find it's good communication because we're not fake. You know, like if she's done something or I've done something, she'll come to me, okay, I didn't really
You're gonna
like the
know.
way, and I like that because I want her to feel better. If something I've done bothers her, I want her to feel better instead of, you know, how you hide it and not
Yeah.
know let that go
And
and
then all
just
the
stew
drama
about it.
comes, and then all
And
of
she
a
is a
sudden
redhead,
she's
so
like,
she'll
see
be
ya.
just like fireworks.
No, I think we both do the same thing. We both say what's on our mind, and sometimes we have to just agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And move on. Like
Yeah.
it's, you know.
Usually I'm always right, and then it comes out and she says she's sorry.
Wrong. Wrong.
Yeah, I'm right a quarter of the time. Anyway, so what we were talking about houses, going into people's houses.
Mhm.
Did we finish that article?
That
I
article.
mean the conversation because I was texting
Yeah, well,
Moore's
just,
text.
yeah, just basically that, you know, it doesn't stir anything up. It's more something that we do that will be helpful.
But what about the question where people say to me, like for instance, I went into a certain shop in Milton the other day, and I was sitting in there because I'm not going to say which one it was, and I said to the guy, you know, you got a ghost in here, and he goes, how'd you know? And I'm like, well, I can tell. Is it a male or a female? I said, well, I'm getting the sense it's a man. He goes, he lives in this back room back here, and I said, really? I don't know where he lives or whatever. But I said, well, you should call Halton Paranormal. He goes, who? And I went, buddy, where have you been sleeping? So I told him where we are and what we've done and everything. And he said, him and the girl that owned the shop said, no, we don't care if he's here. It doesn't bother us. You don't need to investigate. We don't want to upset him. And I'm like, well, it's not going to upset him. Like maybe he has a message.
Mhm.
Maybe he wants to move on.
Mhm.
You know, like, so that
It's
you
kind
get
of cruel to keep him there.
well, yeah, if he doesn't, you know, if he's,
Especially when a lot of people don't even realize this, but a lot of spirits don't realize they're dead.
exactly, they think
Okay,
they're still
so
alive.
yeah, so to have them constantly be there and you're keeping them there by just saying, oh, it doesn't bother us, you know, we just ignore it, it doesn't bother us. Well, in actual fact, you could be helping a spirit pass over if they don't realize that they're dead, especially,
Yeah,
you know, and somebody comes in to kind of check it out and see what is truly there, whether it wants to be there or it doesn't.
yeah.
So you're kind of like holding back spirits from passing over, which I think is pretty cruel,
Mhm.
Yeah, that is kind of cruel.
you know,
It is,
because
you
they
know,
don't realize that they're gone.
Yeah, like they're
Yeah.
stuck in this realm and they think they're, you know, and they're trying desperately. Can you imagine like being stuck behind a glass and trying to communicate
Yeah.
with somebody? You know, it'd be like being in an insane asylum.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of times too, we don't just go in to get rid of spirits. Like,
No, we don't,
We-
unless they're trapped.
yeah, like
That's the only
there's
reason.
people that we've gone to their house and they say, you know, I don't mind it being here. I like it. Okay, we'll leave it. You know, but then there's places we've had to get rid of stuff and made the people's lives better, and I'm sure it made the spirit's life better. You know, so whether there's a heaven or a hell, or wherever the
Well, they
spirits
go somewhere, definitely,
Yeah.
so,
yeah,
yeah, no, it's best to have it looked into. I don't believe in just letting it go on and ignoring them and saying, we don't mind that they're here.
yeah,
Because they're there for a reason, whether or not, you don't even know if they want to be there.
yeah,
You know, you need to find that out, whether or not they want to be where they're trapped.
yeah.
So, that's why we're here.
That's right, and we do a good job.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you kind of paused that and made it really look bad.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding. We already know we do a good job. We're very respectful for people and their homes. We never go in and, you know, look through their stuff and, well, somebody looks.
Onions!
She was doing that when she investigated my house. I put a hidden camera in there. She was trying my underwear on her head.
That's the only place to try them on. I don't see what the problem is here.
Anyway, we'll talk
In your
about that
dreams,
later.
maybe.
Actually, I don't really have very many underwear because
You don't wear
they're all-
any.
No, I do, but they're all ripped and gross. You know, what do I care, right?
We
You come
really
home
wanted to
smelling
hear
like
that.
poo anyways.
Well,
We
horse.
really didn't want to hear that. We do not need to know that.
I'm just putting it out there.
Be more
It's like my
professional.
socks and my dogs. Take my socks. I can never find my socks.
Dryer eats my socks.
Oh, well, Jerry takes mine and buries them. Oh, we better not mention their names.
Yeah,
So
that's-
we were just talking. Actually, we had a break because Kim needed to have some smoke. And
Don't make me delete that out again.
I said Kim. Courtney. We were talking about the apocalypse and coming soon. I'm gonna stop paying my bills soon.
Now that we're not buying Christmas
Yeah,
presents.
we're not buying Christmas presents this year, so you're out of luck.
Rather keep
Actually,
all my money than waste it.
I was just showing them actually a video that one of my cousins had actually posted for me on my site about blue waves, blue waters, and some new bacterial whatever it's caused by some kind of new thing that's usually only seen in India, and it's now being seen in California. So we were just discussing the fact that this year alone, so many new things are popping up, and we're only halfway through January.
Yes.
And we're already seeing so many different new reports.
Yeah.
And even like with the UFOs.
UFOs and the sounds in the sky.
Yep.
And yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, I hope everybody's prepared. And people should not complain about it because we did it to ourselves.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to wonder with everything, with this only being January and the middle of January, you have to wonder with all these different new things popping up in different locations that weren't normally there. And I really don't think the scientists really know what's going on.
No.
I think they're trying to make up reasons for what's going on.
Well, the government also doesn't want to alarm people. That's why UFOs are covered up. The government knows very well.
Oh,
they're
yeah,
out there.
absolutely.
They know.
Yeah.
But, you know, they don't want to cause world panic.
Yeah, and
Well,
that's exactly what'll happen.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but, you know, they're out there.
There are so many people I have come across, though, that I have to say, that I have tried to explain this with or talk to this about, or even just show some of the things that are being posted on Facebook from YouTube. And there are so many people that just want to ignore it.
Yeah. They don't
You know,
want,
they
and
don't
that's
want to
fine.
hear it, they don't want to see
Yeah.
it, they don't want to know about it.
And they're like, yeah, it's not going to happen. Well,
Yeah.
this is the sixth extinction. It has happened 5 times.
Well, I think people that ignore it, whether it is actually going to be the end of the world or whether or not it's just going to be the world transitioning, as Courtney had kind of mentioned something about that, you know, people that close their eyes to it and just don't acknowledge it at all, I think you're being very, very blind.
Yeah.
Because even if it's not the end of the world, something is in the works to where our world is shifting in some way. So with all the evidence.
Well, it's shifted off its axis and everything. I mean, already, like.
Yeah. So I mean, with what's going to come, who knows? I mean,
Well,
I can't predict anything, but I'm just saying that there's just been so much out there that's happening all around the world, and it's being posted on YouTube, and I
Well,
just think it's
even the
crazy.
news is covering it, but
The news, yeah.
the my opinion is the world's not going to end. I think people are going to die, and I think we're going to suffer a few, you know, catastrophes.
I think some catastrophe.
But it's going to be a wake-up call. It's going to be a wake-up call, and maybe next time we will take care of our Earth.
Yeah, Courtney.
Yeah, Courtney, stop littering.
Sorry guys, I can't help it.
No, it's all these bloody cars and factories.
Chris, stop sitting in your car in the middle of winter to have a cigarette, okay? You're just sitting in
You're
the driveway and you're burning gas. Please stop.
Yeah,
You're not supposed to idle your car for more than 3 minutes.
that's right.
My God, they have like 2 or 3 cigarettes out there.
Why don't they just stand outside like a normal human being?
But he hates
Aren't you
the
Canadian?
cold.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And he used to be a snowmobiler. Like, I don't get it.
See, that's craziness.
Bundle up.
Yeah.
He's lazy.
Oh, you know what I used to do at school? We used to light the garbage can on fire to keep warm.
Well,
I don't suggest anybody do that
No.
now. Okay, that we did that way back when we were done. We got in trouble for it. I think I actually lit the science room on fire by accident with a Bunsen burner with Matt Powell. Anyway, so you were gonna explain. Well, before I go to that, everybody take care of the earth. It's probably too late, but take care. You know, start stocking up now on food and supplies and.
Well, if nothing else, you know, just pay attention to what is happening in the world,
Yeah.
and just, you know, acknowledge that it is happening and there is a reason for it.
And don't forget, random acts of kindness are very good.
Pay
You
it
have
forward.
to do it now because
I love that movie.
yeah, I've never
Oh
seen
my
it,
god.
but I pay it forward every day.
It breaks my heart.
See, I
know,
can't watch it.
so
If it breaks
good.
my heart, I can't watch it because my heart's already broken enough. I can't afford it anymore.
I think you should watch it.
No,
It's because it's a fantastic movie.
But you know what? I already do enough paying it forward, so. Anyway, be quiet, Kim. So, let me ask, you said you had an experience about a little girl. Let's talk about it.
I did. I was in 9th grade, I think. And I live with my mom. My
What can you
parents.
see? Yeah.
My parents were separated at the time, and I was living with my mom, and we were living in an apartment. And I had come home from school, and everybody was out. My mom was working. My sister wasn't home from school yet. Her boyfriend was working, so I was the only one home. And when you walked into the apartment, we had our computer desk set in the corner and in the hallway down to like the bedrooms and the bathroom and everything. And you know, I finished my schoolwork and was playing on MSN or something, because that's what you do in 9th grade, is play on MSN.
That's right.
And I was just, you know, sitting there minding my own business. I think I had my headphones in. And so quickly, out of the corner of my eye, I just see this little girl peek her head over my shoulder. And I remember it so vividly, but it was so fast. Like, she was there and then she was gone. But I can, like, she probably wasn't more than 6 or 7. She had long brown hair and bangs, and
Wow.
it was just, it was so real. You're just like, what just happened here? Like, I spun around so fast, I think I like whacked my elbow when I was bleeding all over the place, but I'm just like, what?
So did you try to explain it away, or did you instantly know that you just saw a spirit?
Well, I kind of just sat there in awe for a few minutes. I'm just like, what was that? I'm like, nobody's home. I'm here by myself. My eyes aren't playing tricks on me. I know.
You didn't just, you know, have some acid?
Whoa. No. No, I was completely sober, I promise. I was just innocently playing on MSN, and there she was, right over my shoulder.
And it was just a few brief seconds and then she was gone.
Absolutely.
And you never saw her again?
Never again.
Wow. Now why would she only see her once and then not a bunch of times?
She was a happy little girl too. Like, she, like, almost like she wanted to play with me. Maybe it's because it freaked me out so much I didn't really want to follow up on it.
Yeah.
But
maybe she knew you scared, or she scared you, and then she just decided she would.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting, eh?
Well, one thing you said, it was in an apartment building, correct? So it could have been a little girl that is in the building somewhere and just kind of popping in and out of places.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And she could actually be from a, you know, a different place in the building.
Yeah, true. True.
That's what I probably figured.
Yeah.
It was an old building, so
yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, apartment buildings are cool. I'd love to be able to investigate an apartment building.
Oh my God, you should hear the building I live in now.
Well, get us in there, woman. What's the matter with you?
You know how, I don't know if you guys have heard, like, 3 o'clock is like paranormal hours.
Well, that's what
you
they
hit
say,
3 a.m., it's
Yeah.
like paranormal hour. And I swear to God, 3 a.m., if I'm up, I'm just laying in bed and just the noises I can hear. And the people that live above me are obscenely loud. They make more noise than a marching band. But at 3 o'clock in the morning, they're sleeping.
Yeah.
I know that. But there's always noises.
And how many apartments are in this building?
There's only 9 units.
Oh, yeah?
So it's a small building. Everybody knows everybody in the building.
Yeah. You should drop our card off at each door.
You know what? I'd love to.
I'll give you some cards. Just, you know,
Slip them under
your
your
door.
door.
Put them in the mail slots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
I might do that actually.
We can get some, you know, we're totally non-profit. We don't charge.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I'd like to do a hotel. Like a little
Yeah,
Yes.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Yes, you know what? I was telling you about Ghost Adventures.
Yeah.
And they just, I just watched an episode of them where they were in the Goldfield Hotel in Nevada, which is supposedly really haunted. And just some crazy stuff happened there for them before. Things were thrown.
Yeah.
I would just like to say, anybody that happens to be watching this on YouTube, if you'd like to fly us somewhere to investigate a home or a hotel or a business,
Wait, I gotta get my passport, but that's good. We'll go.
we will come.
Yeah.
You know, not a problem. We will come.
If you will send a plane, we will come. Yeah. You know, well, Ghost Hunters did the Outlook Hotel, which is from The Shining.
Yeah, no, the Stanley Hotel.
Yeah, the Stanley.
Oh.
I noticed the Outlook because I watched it. I love that movie.
I know.
Yeah, we should watch that tonight. I haven't seen that in years.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you seen the remake? It was a TV series, and who played it? The guy from Wings that used to play in that pilot show. I forget what his name is.
Wings, yeah.
It was really good. The remake was really good. Like, it was a
I've seen
TV.
it.
It was a short series. Oh, it was years ago.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
I don't have that one, but, yeah, look at this dog. Like, this is my baby right here. He has to be everywhere I am.
It's like a cat.
He's not a cat though.
No.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, we'll give you some business cards,
Yeah.
and you can,
I'll sneak them in the mail slots.
yeah,
See if we can't get something home.
yeah, because,
It's an old building. I think it was built in like the 60s.
yeah,
So.
because that would be great. Now, did you want to ask some questions? I think I underlined this one here. I will ask you. If I think something is in my home, should I start taking pictures to find out? No, Leah.
Happy birthday, but no.
Yeah, happy birthday, Leah.
Happy
I forgot.
birthday, yeah.
We were just discussing in the car.
I know, we were just talking about
Happy
your
birthday, Leah. It's our researcher's birthday today.
Yeah.
She's
Happy
going to be
birthday.
on the show next week, maybe, if it's not snowing or anything crazy like that.
Oh, she'll still come.
Oh, and we also have another guest coming next week, hopefully, Carrie. We did her home, and she was the girl with the mirror.
Yeah, but had to get rid of the mirror.
We had to get rid of the mirror for a great investigation at that house.
I saw.
Yeah, and she thinks there's more happening in the house.
Oh, really?
So she wants us back in, so that's fine, but she's gonna hopefully be on the show next week. Okay, so you can answer that question.
Well, I think you already basically did.
Well, no, but I told
Okay,
Leah
should
to
you
stop
start-
doing it.
Could you start, no, you should not take any kind of video recordings. You should not just set your camera up at whim. You should not put out a voice recorder and just see what you catch. You should not take pictures, because basically what you're doing is you are feeding energy into your home. So if you have nothing in your home, it will come there, because you're constantly thinking about it. You're constantly, you're giving the spirit world
A doorway.
yeah, a doorway. You're basically giving them the knowledge that you're open to this, and you have no idea what's even going to come through.
Well,
So-
even if you feel you have a spirit and you do have a
yeah,
spirit,
you shouldn't
feed it.
No, you don't feed
It's
it
like a
in your
stray
home.
cat.
Yeah,
You
ignore
feed it, the more will come.
Yeah, so if you want somebody to professionally come in like us, that's the best way to do it, because we are not attached to the home in any way. We're not attached to the spirits. We come, we go, we give you your evidence, whatever. But if you live in this home and you start acknowledging the spirits in your home and you start giving them attention, then the activity is going to pick up. And
That's what we call us.
yeah, then it'll get out of control for you.
Let's go.
So, no, you do not, it's like what we don't, well,
We did my house, but that was different.
Yeah.
It was this designated night, but I don't feed my ghosts here. I don't talk to them.
If
I
you
don't
have
take
something
pictures of them.
paranormal in your home and you really don't want them there, the best thing to do, and you really don't want us to come in, which, I mean, everybody's to their own, that's your objective, just ignore it. Totally ignore it. If you hear noises, if you hear growls, if you hear cupboards slamming, don't even acknowledge that it happened, because it feeds off of fear.
Yeah.
So just pretend it didn't even happen, and you'll see that the activity will slow down and eventually go away.
And
hopefully.
we're not saying this because trying to get us into your house because, well, we are, but we don't charge. So it's not like we're saying, oh, you got to call us and pay us. We don't charge. So
No, but we're basically here
Yeah.
for people that want to know what's in their home, in
And
case it's
for
a
us.
family member, and it is something that we really enjoy.
Yeah.
But there are people out there that want to know if it's a family member in their home, if it's connected to them, and a lot of people do want to know that, and that's
Yeah.
why we're here to give you answers. So, but there are a lot of people that just ignore it and don't want the answers, and they just want it to go away. I don't recommend you do anything about it. Don't take any pictures.
oh, it's
But
different if
again,
they're taking pictures of the family dinner.
oh yeah, take pictures like,
Yeah.
but don't be taking pictures looking to shoot an object
Leah.
in your house.
Leah.
All right, so you.
That's you.
No, you.
Oh, me.
Do you only do investigations in Halton?
No. We are called Halton Paranormal Group because we are all from Halton. We've been to Harriston, we've been to Toronto, we've been all over. So we go everywhere. I mean, we will, like Kim said, we'll even fly somewhere.
If there's a need for us and we're called in, we will come.
We'll go. Yeah, but you gotta pay for it though. That you gotta pay for it.
Well,
gotta
if
pay
you
for a
fly
flight and
us.
maybe our hotel. I like to live in the Ritz.
Yeah, if you fly us in, but I mean, most
She'll
of the
stay in the motel, but I have to stay at the Ritz. But and food, I need food. And coffee.
So if you think she's too expensive, I could give her help.
Jeff and Kimber don't go. Yeah, I had somebody ask us on YouTube, which one's Kim and which one's Kimberly? So I said, well, the good looking one's Kim. I said, the other one's Kimberly.
Oh, so
No, I didn't
now
say
they
that.
think that you're me?
Yeah. So what I said was the girl with the long hair is Kimberly.
The redhead is Kimberly.
And well, it's hard to tell in the night vision, right? But then I told the dark soul, the mouthy dark soul would be me. But see, sometimes I call you Kim because I always call you Kim. I don't call you Kimberly.
Yeah.
Like I will for the group, but I always forget and I'll say Kim.
Well, when we're
and then I guess
that's more like when we're out investigating, we're being kind of, not paying attention to what we're saying, and it'll be like, Kim, did you hear that? Like something.
But the only reason I call her Kimberly is so you guys can tell us apart.
Yeah.
I think you should just change your name.
No.
I was thinking like Virginia or something like that.
No.
Henrietta?
No.
Doesn't she look like a Henrietta?
No.
She does.
No.
I wouldn't say Henrietta.
What kind of person are you?
Let's change your name.
What?
Satan.
That's already been done.
Okay, so then why the hell do we have to call you Kim?
Well, call me Satan. I don't give a rat's
Well,
butt.
Saying, did you hear that? And then you get an EVP.
Do not call her that. Okay.
Oh, I am Satan.
Yeah. And by the way, everybody, there is no such thing as Satan. Well, there is. He's Lucifer, but he was a good guy. So don't believe everything you hear. So.
All right.
We're done.
Yes.
So we're gonna come back next week. Well, I'll be here already, but she'll have to come back. Friday night we have a great big investigation, and we're looking forward to that. We hopefully will be in the paper, and we'll be busy doing evidence review on that. And then next week we're gonna hopefully have Carrie on as a guest. If not, we're gonna call you Penelope.
Yeah, there you go.
And if you don't get on next week, Penelope, we were discussing we're going to ask you for next, if anybody wants to be a guest on our show, shoot us an email, halton_paranormal@hotmail.com. We do not accept perverts or
Alcoholics.
alcoholics, drug addicts, and you have to be here, So pretty much nobody can come. Just kidding.
I
Okay.
guess I should leave now then.
Yeah, get out of here. Bottle of vodka in front of you. Everybody have a great week,
Yes.
a great weekend, and take care of your Mother Earth.
Yes.
Kids, stop destroying homes.
Yes.
Pay your rent.
Pay your rent.
Pay your rent. Be good to your mother.
Ryan, do the dishes.
Chris, be there
Hey,
on
let's go make
Friday.
a crap load of dishes and make Ryan do them.
Oh, that's cool.
Do you want to help me?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thanks. See you later. everybody.
Thanks. We'll see you next time.